So we move forward to the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. We'll start with the SmackDown one. This is not for the Universal Championship, but rather for a shot at the Universal Championship later on in the night. Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan. Before we break down who's going to win, why does Jey Uso win this? I know from a storyline standpoint why, but that's a waste of a spot. Shinsuke Nakamura really should have been in there instead.
I mean, I had no problem with Jey being in it, but that's me.
I like Jey, but it's just I feel like we know he's not going to win.
King Corbin out of there. I'd rather Jey Uso be in there and he can defend, try to win. So then Roman, he's in there. So if he wins, then Roman doesn't have to defend the title. Is basically why he's in there.
Well, but then why didn't Adam Pearce was oh, then you're automatically in?
Because he's a fucking idiot. I don't know, but I'd rather have Jey Uso win than King Corbin, and I'd rather have Shinsuke in over King Corbin. So there you go.
Owens at least makes more sense because he was screwed out of the championship, but by no means, I would rather have King Corbin. I don't know if I would rather have Corbin again versus Roman or Owens again versus Roman. Probably Owens and Roman, but yeah, neither of those matches interest me at all.
Okay.
Or Sami Zayn. So this has got to be Cesaro's match to win, correct?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way that they kind of teased it on Friday night, and it seems like that's the direction they're going in.
Daniel Bryan, I feel like that's got to be a full-on feud. I would not give that away as an impromptu match.
I agree.
So, Cesaro, Roman. Obviously, Roman wins, LOL.
Oh, easily.
How far does the Cesaro push go? Does it go to Cesaro and Rollins at Fastlane? Because they kind of teased that on Friday night.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, I don't really think they're going to push him too far. I mean, maybe if he gets a win here, maybe he loses the Rollins and they set him up for the IC title somewhere at WrestleMania. But it seems like Rollins and Bryan's what I would do as a non-title match at WrestleMania. But yeah, with the Cesaro Seth Rollins stuff, they teased that on Friday night as well. So,
what were your thoughts on the Rollins return? Came out with the old "Burn It Down" theme song, which I think you said in the bump today might have been a one-off. So, what were your thoughts on that?
Oh, it was great. I fucking marked hard.
Marked hard, but he's still doing the Messiah stuff.
Stupid. Get rid of the Messiah stuff. It's run its course. I thought it was decent at first, but now I'm just kind of over it.
We move along here to the WWE Championship match between Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and now Kofi Kingston after he beat The Miz to take his spot. Miz said, I don't want to be in it. So why he didn't just say that a week ago when he was initially announced for it, I have no fucking clue. They probably realized it was dumb for him to be in there considering he's Mr. Money in the Bank. No one cares about him right now. I know Rollins went for the WWE title while he was champion, at the Rumble in 2015. And at least that was a great match, and Rollins had more momentum than the fucking Miz did. And I love the Miz, but the guy's a joke right now, so I'm glad they took him out. Kofi's in there instead. Does Kofi stay in the thing, or I'm thinking that Ali or Retribution? I'm honestly shocked they didn't attack him on Raw or cost him the match on Raw, but he won, which is cool. But do you think Retribution attacks him beforehand, and someone like Lashley or another person takes this spot instead, or what's going on with Kofi Kingston here? Why do you think they did that? I mean, I think it makes the match better, but does Kofi even enter the chamber is the question.
I mean, so Retribution's going to attack him, and then Brock Lesnar's going to come out and win the whole thing. LOL.
I didn't even think about that as a possibility, but I think my heart just sank when you said that. I mean, Brock is a former WWE champion, so I mean, dude, I think that might actually happen.
Brock wins, LOL.
It didn't happen in the Rumble, but I mean,
or I mean, I guess the Fiend could come out. I could do the Fiend, but I think Brock seems more like.
Well, I mean, again, it's an Elimination Chamber, and Brock's not getting fucking pinned. So Brock, if he's in there, would win. In the Fiend, I don't think he would be in there. Unless he disappears or some shit. But he can eliminate Orton, and then would he get pinned? I think that'd be dumb. So, oh god.
Brock wins. LOL. Get ready.
So where's the Sheamus Drew stuff leading? It makes it sound like they're doing a one-on-one match at Mania. Sheamus is coming out last. So what's going on there? Do they do it at Fastlane? I think that's the Mania match. They've teased it too much at this point for it to not be the Mania match. So if Brock's the champion, where does that leave that shit?
Who knows? I don't know. If Brock's not in, I think Drew retains. I don't think Sheamus is gonna win it. I don't know. Him coming out last. It's usually when the heels have the momentum, they usually don't pull it out. So I think Drew's gonna win. I think Drew's gonna win here. I mean, I just don't think he's gonna lose. If Brock's in it, Brock wins. LOL. But if it's like someone else that gets in besides, I think Drew will win.
I gotta go Sheamus just because first of all, the Brock prediction I fucking hate, but you're not far off, which is why I don't like it. I gotta go Sheamus though, just because I don't think you could do Drew and Sheamus at Mania if Drew is still champion. At least not this way, because Sheamus has got to get eliminated. So what, is Drew going to pin him and they're just going to do it again? Like, I don't want to see that. I know they did that with Punk and Jericho many years ago, but Jericho wasn't actually eliminated. I think he got like hurt or something, so he was taken out of the chamber. It just wasn't as interesting. I feel like the babyface, not always, but I think them being in chase mode is just a better story. We talked about it last week. I know you don't give a fuck about Drew losing the belt and getting it back at Mania. Like, at that point, what's the point? I completely understand that. But I think it's a better idea than Drew. I think Drew's got to win at WrestleMania regardless, so I feel like him losing it, then winning it, would be better than him holding on to it the entire time. That's just me. I don't know. I just feel like, and I say Sheamus just because it breaks the streak, and I've said this a million times, dude. They've had at least 8 champions in the last decade to retain the title inside the chamber, which to me completely defeats the purpose of having an Elimination Chamber if the champion's always going to retain against the odds. That to me makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have Sheamus win, but then I feel like they fought at WrestleMania and then Drew would get the belt back and just says, like, is he just going to keep losing it and retaining it in, like, a month or two? I think that's just stupid as well, so.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, if they do it twice, it's not overkill, but I think they can get away with it. After he loses, I mean, listen, Steve Austin did it all the fucking time, but Drew McIntyre's no Steve Austin, and The Rock never really had many lengthy reigns. I'm okay with it. I mean, again, if Drew were to lose that at Backlash or whatever in May or June and then get it back, okay, that's stupid. That's like reaching Roman Reigns territory. I would hope that whatever reign he has after WrestleMania, if it goes the way that I'm thinking, he holds on to it for a while or maybe a little bit and then loses it to someone, and then it's going to be a long time before he gets it back. I think that makes more sense.